5th, and I hope that you're doing well. Today, I wanted to come to you and give you, essentially, we're going to do a training class today around full enrollment, and I want to give you some tips for how to be thinking about your marketing and your enrollment building efforts as we seek to shift into a post-COVID world, or at least step-by-step into a world where we can fully reopen our schools and get back to, I guess, what people are calling the new normal, which I kind of hate that term, but it is what it is. What else are you going to say? I'm Chris Murray, and I am one of the world's leading experts in childcare enrollment, marketing, business strategies, operations, hiring, and success. So what I want to do is I want to actually teach you about lessons that I would like to apply to a real world situation, which is 2 actual postcards that I got in the mail as a consumer. And I want to talk to you about how I would change these postcards and make them work for you in your early learning program. And I'm also going to give you some tips for how to use direct mail and postcard marketing, which can be very effective. And I can help you take the fear out of doing that and how to make some of these strategies, old world strategies like mail, work for you. And so we're going to dig into that on today's class. So these postcards are things that I've received as a mom and as a consumer, as a traveler in my mailbox, and they're both oversized postcards. And so I'm calling today's lesson The Tale of Two Postcards. And the first postcard is a school that actually has a preschool with it. It's a K through 12 private Christian school here in the Roaring Fork Valley of Colorado, where I live, called St. Stephen Catholic School, and they also have a preschool. And actually, my boyfriend's kids went there. So this is a good postcard. It's got really good graphics, and it's got a good weight to it. So I like this postcard. It actually caught my attention. It's 4-color, and I really like the graphics on it. And so what it has is what we call USPs, right? So here's the headline, and I'll read it to you. And then it's got USP number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then it has a call to action here, okay? And so what is a USP? A USP is a unique selling proposition. We call them unique benefits or differentiators in your market. So you want to be very clear about your top 4, 5, or 6 USPs and put those forward on your website. And if you have 10 or 15, that's great too, but we want you to get really focused in on what you feel are your strongest 3 or 4 that you would lead with on a phone call or a tour, okay, and on a postcard, right? And they've done that. They've done that. So their headline says, academic excellence, St. Stephen Catholic School has it, and we want you to know. And their 4 USPs are standardized test scores higher than you'll find anywhere else in the Valley. Our teachers have more than 400 years of collective teaching experience. I teach you guys to do that one all the time, is literally add up the number of years of tenure that your teachers have under one roof, including yourself, and give us a number that's an actual number, like 337 years of early learning teaching expertise or 562 years of expertise. It's amazing. They said over more than 400 years, which is good. I would like to see an actual number, and I know that'll change over time, but it's more impactful if it's an odd number. And 90% are master teachers. So that's an excellent one. I love that USP. You can model that. Our students have a 99% high school graduation rate and an 85% continuation to college rate. That's good. And then our new state-of-the-art STEM lab helps us integrate technology throughout our curriculum with a 1-to-1 ratio of computers to students in grades 4 through 8. So the STEM lab is cool too. So those are their USPs. So very strong, great marketing message. And so let's talk about now what's the call to action. So a call to action on your marketing materials, whether it's your websites, your emails, your postcards, literally everything you do, should have some kind of a call to action. It could be soft, it could be more of a value, like a heartfelt call to action for parents, but we would like you to always have some type of call to action in your ads. And this says, if you know a student who could benefit from our academic excellence, please arrange a visit, right? So kind of a basic call to action, kind of like not that exciting. So I would like to give you some ideas for how I would change this postcard and make it better. So what I would do, the quality and the graphics are great. The USPs are pretty strong, especially this 400 years. I like that one a lot. That's probably my favorite. And it does have a call to action, but the call to action is kind of basic and weak. It's what we always see, right? And so how would I make this better? So I would create an offer, and I would use some kind of a special offer, either to incentivize them to come in and visit, incentivize them to come to your webpage, or incentivize them to actually enroll. And you can experiment with those different offers, but something like we have a STEM activity kit in a basket of goodies for parents and children, or a goodie bag of STEM related fun stuff like slime, a slime kit. You could create a call to action that would be come take a tour and we will provide your child, we will give you a free gift, which is a slime kit, a slime making kit, and all the how-tos for your child. Now, maybe parents might not like that because they don't want their child making slime at home, but I think it's pretty cool. So match your market and create an offer, a free offer or a high money dollar off offer that's going to actually catch their attention and get them to pick up the phone. All right. So that's one thing that's missing on this card. The second thing that's missing on this card is I would like to see a digital type of offer. People are less likely in today's age to actually pick up the phone and talk to a human. They're much more likely to text, so they don't have to actually talk to anyone, which I know is a crazy thing, but that's the world we're in. And especially with millennial moms, and or go to a web page to learn more. So the call to action here with the phone number is okay, but I would say if you'd like to get some cool STEM online activities to do for your child, go to ststephen.com/STEM and then have a video greeting them and actually make it a connection to the card and say, hey, thanks so much for coming over. We see you got our postcard. Great to connect with you. Hope your week's doing well. Here's those STEM activities that we promised on the postcard, and we really look forward to meeting you. And when you come in, so you're taking them step by step through the sales process, right? When you come in, you'll then receive a goodie bag with some cool slime activities or other related STEM activities, or a nature explore activity guide for your active nature explorers out there. Because those are all things they can do right now to have fun and stay busy while you're working from home and you've got your kids at home from school. So match your market, use special offers, get creative, use technology as a call to action instead of just picking up the phone. And all of those things should help your help your postcard efforts and your marketing efforts work better. And you want your efforts to be, obviously the most effective they can be if you're going to spend the money to do this very, very nice 4-color thick postcard. Okay. So those are some ideas. The other thing it could use is a parent review or two. So there's all this white space on the back of the postcard. So they could have used this white space to put parent review, 5-star reviews, 2 of them right here. That would have caught my attention, especially if it shows up in your mail pile blank. It's going to be much more likely to get thrown in the recycle bin if it's facing down this way versus if it's facing this way. So if you got to have some stuff on here to catch their attention, maybe a headline and some parent reviews with 5 stars. And a picture of the parent and the full name of the parent and where they live. And a picture of the family would be even better. But that a ton of credibility there on your testimonials. Okay, you want them to be believable and credible on those reviews. So you could even just copy paste your Facebook reviews. So if you've got 2 awesome Facebook reviews that are next to each other, you can literally screen cap those, because that speaks a ton to the fact that they are credible. You don't have to do any extra work. It's just screen cap them and put them on here. And then the person can tell they're off of your Facebook page, and the reviews, the number of stars shows. It's a really, really, really great strategy. We use that all the time in our business. So that would be an easy thing to add right here. And then it's going to grab the attention of the recipient, especially if it's face down in the mail pile. Okay, so you got to do everything you can if you're going to spend the money to keep them from tossing it. Okay, so that's the card number one. So Tale of Two Postcards, that's card number one. What is card number two? So I got a really cute card last week from Strader Hotel in Durango, Colorado. It's a very cool historic hotel if you haven't stayed there. It's very, very cool. And they hand wrote it to me. So what I love about this card is it has a COVID-related message, and it is a heartfelt message. So they're trying to warm up their list. And I'll talk to you next about how to create a list and why it's important to have physical mailing addresses on a list, and then how to utilize that. So this says, Dear Chris, during the coronavirus interruption, we've been working to polish up the iconic Durango Hotel in Gem in its anticipation of welcoming you back. Well, it says welcoming travelers back. I would say welcoming you back. So you want to use the word you in your marketing, and you want to make sure that you're focused on the prospect. Use the word you and not referring to how great you are. It doesn't really matter as much about your school. It's more about them, what they're going through, and be prospect focused, not so focused on how great we are, us. Okay, that's a really good lesson. And so if they had just changed out the word travelers to you, so it's more focused on me, we look forward to welcoming you back. That's great. When the time is right. Until then, stay safe and give us a call when you're ready to reconnect with your Strader family. So I love the use of the word family here. So you can use that, reconnect with your Learning Tree family, okay? And you can talk about their teacher. You can talk about how much we miss Bobby, how much Miss Susie misses, teaching your children in her class, et cetera, et cetera. And I love the fact that it's handwritten. So you could have somebody on your team take a pile of postcards, make them cute, make them heartfelt, and put a message in here welcoming people back, especially if they've been on your roster paying a small amount to hold their spot. And now you want to warm them up and talk about what you've been doing for health and safety, or send them to a video. So Jennifer Connor on my team did the most amazing video communicating to her parents how to come back and get fully enrolled with her over the programs that she's offering. She's offering a summer program and a fall program now, and what they're doing, what they've done to increase their levels of service, safety, health, temperature checks, all that stuff on a video. And so you could literally send them, you could handwrite just a quick bit.ly right here and send them to a video to learn more about what they've doing. Because they said, during the coronavirus interruption, we've been working to polish up the iconic Durango Gem. Well, what have you been doing? That's what I want to know. I want to know the detail. Give me the meat. So anticipation of so I would love to come back, and I'd love to know what they've been doing to freshen up this hotel and make it ready for post-COVID travel and make it safe. And what do they do in between stays, and how do they sanitize those rooms? Because that's the thing, is like, you don't really want to go stay in a hotel because you're nervous about people that stayed before you, right? It's like, So they got to address those fears. You have to address the fears in your prospect's head. List out all the fears in your parents' heads of what's going on right now, and you've got to hit those. So I would fix this up a little bit. I would make it more personalized by the use of you. You could put a PS on here. PSs are really, really effective. Put a landing page with a bit.ly, send them to a video so that you could do a Facebook Live throughout your school, or just a video on your phone showing what you've done. Demonstrate what you are doing to take the level of health and safety in your processes and procedures and take them up a notch, and demonstrate that. Michelle Smith-Lank, shout out to you in Statesboro, Georgia. She's demonstrating it with her lab coat on. Super professional looking, and makes her look like a true expert in the field of early learning in terms of health and safety with her lab coat on. It's just one little tweak to give people that, that certainty, and take them out of uncertainty and help them feel more confident about their decisions as a consumer. So whatever you can do with these types of models and apply them to your marketing, I want you to do. Now, the final thing is, well, how do I actually send these out, so I might not have a list. So what's very smart, obviously, is that these guys have a software system, and they've tracked all of the people's addresses that have stayed at the hotel. Easy peasy, right? They have a house list. And so you need to develop a house list, and I'm sure you do, off of your currently enrolled families. And that's easy to pull out and turn that into an Excel file. You can print off labels, or you can just handwrite the addresses. So it should be pretty easy for you to do this for your existing families and have all the current addresses. You can also be doing it when you collect physical mailing addresses from prospects. And the way we teach you to do that is through our phone script. And I have an exact model. You can just take it and plug it right in to anybody that answers your phone, including yourself, to how to elegantly and easily get people's home addresses when they call you, because you want that. You don't want to just rely on email, because everybody's email inboxes, I don't know about you guys, but mine have been flooded with COVID messages from all different kinds of companies. And it's kind of like delete, 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 right? So you really want to break through the clutter right now in your post-COVID marketing, or getting ready to do post-COVID marketing. And you got to get some physical addresses and spend some money on stamps and some cute mailings like St. Stephen's School and like the Strater Hotel did. And so you want a system like a CRM, like childcare CRM, for example, that will enable you to collect physical addresses. And now you have a house list. That's what we call the list of, it's our database. We've got prospects, people who've been looking for care, people who've even graduated from care, who might want to come back for summer camp, who might want a place to enroll their school agers, right? Because their school agers are driving them nuts. And so being able to facilitate that in your marketing with a house list and reach out to them as much as you can with physical mailings, postcards, letters. You can send them cute swag. You can send them gift certificates, cards. There's all sorts of things that you can be doing with your snail mail to really break through the clutter right now. And that's a huge strategy for getting back to full enrollment post-COVID. So I wanted to share those ideas with you today in this class. And I hope that you can take one or two nuggets that you just got, write them down, and go implement them. The money is in the implementation, guys. And so that's where you're going to find the success. If you just write them down and do nothing, then you're going to get nothing. Okay, so go take some action with this morning, and work on your house list, and maybe work on having somebody on your team do this personalized approach. Have a landing page where they can go learn more about you, see some cute videos, give them some cool stuff that relate to how you do your program, whether it's STEM focused or Montessori focused or what have you. But get creative and create some offers and some goodie packs, and be of service, and get out there and start getting people into your fold with your marketing. All right, everybody, take care and God bless. Bye-bye.